Yo guys, welcome back to LeadFoot TV. So today I'm finally doing a bit of work on the SR20 Micra. I just haven't been asked to do any work on it really, because every time I've worked on it I've found more and more issues with it, and it's just it's been a little bit disheartening if I'm totally honest, but I'm trying to force myself to crack on with it. So today I am forcing myself to do a bit of work. I've got it to the point where all the welding's been done on it now, and I actually sold the exhaust off it because I didn't like the exhaust on it, so I've sold the exhaust on it. It currently has no exhaust on it, so that'll need sorting at some point, but I've pushed it backwards into the garage, got it jacked up, got all the front end off it, so I've got both side wings and the front bumper off, and yeah, got it jacked up with the wheels off. So today I'm gonna strip all the suspension components off it, so hubs, wishbones, anti-roll bar, suspension struts and everything, so that all the inner arches are clear for me to rub down and underseal. So that's the job for today, is get all the suspension off and rub down the inner arches and underseal inside there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. Obviously I need to take up most of that stuff off anyway, because it needs both front wishbones replacing, and it also needs the drive shaft seals doing, so the drive shafts have to come out anyway. So yeah, today I'm gonna crack on with doing that. And yeah, so yeah, loads of people have been asking me when the next SR20 Micra video is gonna be, so I am trying to force myself to crack on with it today, because it seems to be what most people are subscribed to the channel for. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with it today. A few people have asked me, like, am I annoyed with Meeks for selling it to me? And yeah, it couldn't be further from the truth. When Meeks sold the car, he actually had a few people interested in it, and he chose to sell it to me because I was fully aware that it needed a lot of work. So when I bought the car, I knew it needed a lot of work, and Meeks was really honest with me about all the stuff that it needed. It was just that once I started poking around at those bits that needed doing, we found more stuff. That was the problem. And the only reason I've found more issues with it is because I've been looking. If you weren't looking for it, then you probably wouldn't have noticed. So yeah, I'm not annoyed with Meeks at all. He was really honest with me when I bought the car, and I was fully aware with a lot of the issues with the car when I bought it. So I am not annoyed with him at all. But yeah, it is. It has been a bit more of an effort than I anticipated. But that's just cars, to be honest. When you're messing around with cars that have been modified by somebody else at some point, it's just expected, to be honest. Like, I don't think I've ever bought a car that's already been modified that hasn't been a pile of crap. If I'm being, like, you'll tend to find most cars like that will have issues. So yeah, I fully expected it, and that was kind of why when I bought my first Micra, I bought a completely original one, because I knew that if I bought one that was modified, there was a good chance that it wouldn't be properly done. So, but yeah, anyway, today I bought some underseal from Halfords, or Halfords. It was flipping ridiculous. It's like 10 quid for a can. What the fuck? I went to Euro Car Parts first, but they didn't have any in stock, because they never have anything in stock. So yeah, so I had to go to Halfords and buy that. I got wire brush from Euro, so that was about the only thing that I could get from there. So yeah, I'm going to crack on today, and we'll get all the suspension off. I've actually got the suspension for the Mazda 3 to go on as well, but it's absolutely pissing it down today, and I don't have anywhere inside to work on it. So I'll have to leave the suspension for the Mazda 3 for another day. But let's crack on with the Micra. So this is the state I've got it in at the moment. All the front end off it, both wings. I've just come to do the work and realised that I don't have a nut to undo the drive shafts. I probably should have undone them when they were on the floor as well. So I'm not going to be able to take the suspension off it today, because I don't have a socket to fit the drive shafts, because they're in my socket set that's in my work van. So I can't do that, but we can still crack on with do undersealing all of this. So what I'm going to do is drop this strut. I'm just going to drop the strut out now. We'll drop the strut on both sides, and then we'll I'll wire brush all of this in a arch, and we'll underseal everything and just get it looking nice and tidy again. So yeah, I'm just going to drop this suspension strut off now. So that's first side strut out. So I've already taken the anti-roll bar off. I left it off when the welding was done. I left it off because I knew I was going to be doing all of this. So the anti-roll bar's in the car. As you can see, that's why the bottom arms dropped down so far, because there's no anti-roll bar on it. But that arm is absolutely knackered as well. That's probably why it's dropped so far. But yeah, so now I'm just going to get the wire brush, and we'll brush all the dirt off the inside of here and clean it up as best we can, and then give it a good layer of paint. I'll do this side first, and then I'll crack, and then we'll and yeah, leave that to dry, and then we'll crack on with the other side. So yeah, we'll start rubbing it all down now. So sorry about the lighting. The lighting's absolutely awful in this garage. I do have a big spotlight work light, but it's yeah, it's at home. I forgot to bring it with me. But yeah, I've started rubbing it all down. It's gone through most of the underseal actually, and back down to the paint. This stuff is overspray from where the welding was done, so I can't get that right back. But yeah, as you can see, there's a fair bit of rust starting up here and around the brake pipe. So I'm just gonna go at that bit, those bits pretty hard now, and just see if I can get it down to as close to metal as clean metal as possible. And then we'll give it a coat of underseal. And it's had a new brake line, new hard brake lines fitted at some point, which is cool. That saves me a job. I actually have a new flexi pipe from my old Micra, so I'll probably fit that as well while I'm at it. And then yeah, so I'm just gonna go at this rust now and see if I can get it looking fairly clean again. So here we are, all sprayed up. Yeah, you can see, just looks so much cleaner now as well. But yeah, that's first layer down. I'm probably gonna just go over it with another layer as well. And yeah, I just did it all freehand, so I haven't masked anything off. I've gone in as close to the door as possible. I'd definitely, if you've not done much spraying before, I definitely wouldn't recommend trying to do it freehand. I've sprayed a lot with cans before, so I didn't bother masking it off, and I'm not that concerned about the paint, because the paint's probably gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to paint the car at some point because the paint's pretty horrendous. So I wasn't too concerned about overspray. I haven't oversprayed, but yeah, I wasn't that bothered if I did. So yeah, and then on top, you can see I've just sprayed up just behind where the wing ends, so gone right up there down here, and then yeah, so that's it, that's all sprayed up. And then drive shaft actually popped out, so the clip wasn't tight enough, and as you can see there's absolutely no grease in there, so it's probably good thing that it popped off so that I can stick some grease in before I can get it back, put it back on. But yeah, at the moment I'm just going to wait for it to dry. I'm going to make a start on the other side and get that all rubbed down and just do exactly the same, get it to the same point on the other side as well. So yeah, but because that's popped out, I can probably actually take all this suspension apart if I wanted to. As you can see, that's the ball joint there. You can see the gate is absolutely knackered, so that's why I've bought new bottom arms for both sides, because the bushes aren't in much better state either. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I've got new bottom arms to go on. I haven't bought the track rod ends yet, but I'm going to get some new track rod ends, because I thought while I've got it off I may as well just replace everything. And then I've got new brake line, and this I need to get some slide pins for these, but I'm going to strip all this down, paint the hub, paint the caliper, yeah, just get it all nice and clean, and yeah, just looking good, because once everything's painted it just stays a lot cleaner, it doesn't hold the dirt and stuff as bad. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get up to. And like if you're going to do this yourself, I definitely recommend, like, just make sure you get up behind everything. So I've done all the way up behind here as well, and don't spray. A good tip that somebody taught me is to move around when you're spraying, so don't spray like from just this position. So what I did is sprayed everything I could see from this position, moved to that way, and then you can see everything, because like obviously if you're spraying from here you're not going to get the back of there, so just move around when you're spraying, like get down on the floor to spray up and stuff like that, so you don't miss any areas. But yeah, that was a good tip that somebody in a body shop told me, was like, just make sure you move around so you don't miss any areas. And then yeah, so I'll crack on with the other side now. Once I've got that done I'll show you that side as well. Just to give you an idea of how knackered that bottom arm is on the other side, that's how far it should drop down. It shouldn't touch the floor. As you can see, this, it looks like this CV boot, as well as the clips must not be tight on it, because all the CV grease is all over the bottom of the engine, so that needs sorting out as well. And yeah, I'm just going to knock this. Basically I'm going to relocate I was planning anyway, no, it does have some water still in it, but yeah, I was planning on anyway relocating the washer bottle into the boot. So I'm just going to take that off now, because I may as well just take it off, and then I can paint get the underseal behind it, and then I'll buy a bottle that I can relocate into the boot rather than fitting this back on, because the neck's broken off the top of it anyway. And then yeah, if we get making a bit of a mess here, probably should have left that pipe on until I got the bottle off. But yeah, that's that. Oh no, there's another clip there. I'll tell you what, let's put this pipe back on before we flood the garage. Yeah, so there's just another bolt behind there. There we go, so that should be out. There we go. Just pop the pipe off. There we go. So that's the washer bottle out. Just pour that out now. Just leave that draining, and then you see I've got a lot more. It's a lot easier to get behind here now. So yeah, like I say, you can buy these. They're like 10 quid, I think, for these like smaller washer bottles. To go in the back, and then hopefully that, because obviously the wash bottle carries a few litres of water, so hopefully that'll put a little bit of weight, take a little bit of weight from the front and put it into the back, because the SR20 engine's super heavy. So basically what I want to try and do is get rid as much weight as I can from the front and move it to the back, so the battery will go into the back as well. And then I'm thinking about possibly getting some fiberglass wings and bonnet and stuff, so that I can reduce the weight a little bit on the front to get it kind of back to how it should be, like the weight distribution. So yeah, anyway, this is this, as you can see, this side looks a lot cleaner than the other side. So yeah, I'm just going to start rubbing this down now and paint this side up as well. So I've got both sides done now. As you can see, I've gone right up inside that one as well. I'm just going to leave it all apart for now and let it dry. So yeah, I'll probably leave it for a day or two, just drying in here. And then yeah, I put a couple of layers on both sides. Like I say, I wouldn't, if you're planning on doing it yourself and you're worried about your paint, I'd probably mask off your doors and stuff if you're going to do it yourself. But yeah, like I say, I wasn't too bothered about the paint. I've managed to not get any overspray on it, but yeah, if you've actually got decent paint work, it's probably worth masking it off. But yeah, that's where I'm up to at the moment. I need to get my socket set out of my van, my work van, so that I can take all the suspension stuff off and start changing and refurbing all of that. So yeah, that's where I'm up to at the moment. Sorry, it's yeah, sorry it's not a really interesting video, but that's just where I'm at the moment, trying to get little annoying jobs done, which is why I'm struggling to get the motivation to work on it, because the jobs that need doing aren't that exciting. But once I've got all this front end stuff sorted, then I can start yeah, start really working on the car, and then we'll take start taking the parts off this car and moving it over to this one, and get this one ready to go back on the road. It's got no MOT at the moment, so I need to just basically focus on getting it ready, like getting it sorted for an MOT. So yeah, I've still got a bit of a few more boring jobs to do on it, but hopefully we can, once those are done, I can start modifying it and getting it set up so that I can take it out on track and yeah, start playing around with it. I think, to be honest, from the little bit that I have driven it, I'll probably end up pushing for a little bit more power. So yeah, once I've sorted all the problems with it, then we'll start pushing for more power out of it. But yeah, that's it for the video today, and I will catch you in the next episode, which hopefully shouldn't be as long this time. I will hopefully start doing some more work on this car. So I'll yeah, catch you in the next video. Peace out, thanks for watching.